What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning on in. Got a little vlog for the man on this one. I'm headed to the California Long Drive Championship. You're probably thinking to yourself, Mike, you're Canadian. That's probably just for Californians. Yeah, you're right. I probably shouldn't be competing, but I spent the last month or so in Southern California, so we're gonna count it. It was a pretty last minute, I think the whole tournament was last minute to my knowledge. I found out about it pretty last minute, but I texted Anthony Perez, because I knew I was going to be in the same kind of area. Figured, hey, maybe link up, do some hitting, some training, hang out, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, hey, come up to Sacramento, do the event. So we're going to do that. I had a Vegas trip previously planned that kind of had conflicting dates. I was going to do Vegas November 1st to 4th. For the SEMA show, the biggest car show in the world. And then this came up, so I was like, oh, well, I can fly out of Vegas the same day and compete the same day in Sacramento. Bit of an annoying travel day, but it is what it is. Still gonna do that, but then something came up in Southern California for me, so I did that instead a few days ago. So I had to cut the Vegas trip short. So I just grabbed a rental car. As you can see, a steering wheel blocking my face. Just grabbed the rental car. We're driving to Vegas right now. Today's the 3rd, so I'm literally only spending like 12 hours in Las Vegas. And you're probably thinking, Mike, is that wise to spend 12 hours in Vegas the day before flying and competing same day in Sacramento? No, it is not wise, but we're doing it anyway. I couldn't change the trip again. I had already changed it once. Looking back, absolutely, I should have just canceled the whole Vegas trip, and this car rental, I could have just drove north to Sacramento instead of east to Vegas to then get on a flight to go to Sacramento. It's just, yeah, a lot of extra money and time that I didn't really need to spend, but it is what it is. And then flying to Utah after that. So that's a little update. Yeah, gonna get to Vegas in a few hours, so we'll catch up with you there. I haven't been up before sunrise in a while. I'm beat. It's 6-something in Las Vegas. So yeah, decent night. Time to go to an airport, catch a flight, hopefully get some sleep. We'll see you in Sac. I've never been a huge fan of the Las Vegas airport. I find it a bit of a dirty place. It used to be a lot worse. It's much cleaner now, which is good. I mean, I glide right through security. It's all streamlined there. It's a really quick airport, which is nice. Just like I said, a little bit dirty, but man, it's gotta be one of the coolest airport views. Being able to see the entire strip from your gate window is pretty slick. Anyway, back to the video. All right, guys, we made it to Sacramento. It was a little bit tight. My flight was delayed. Plus, we had to sit on the tarmac for like 45 minutes. I don't know why. And then when we land, when you pack golf clubs, it's always oversized baggage. That always takes ages. So by the time I got an Uber, got to the hotel, checked in, they messed up the room number, and it's a long story. I had just enough time to go grab a bite to eat really quick. Just came back, showered. I have like 10 minutes to leave, so super tight for timing. Honestly, this hotel, it's a fucking crack den. Like, it's a little bit of a problem. I saw 4 people when I first checked in. 2 were high as a kite, cracked out of their skulls. 1 was an aggressive homeless guy sitting like at the front door of the hotel. I'm like, how do you not go and kick that guy out? And then just in the parking lot, there's like a gang member throwing up signs and shit. So yeah, a little bit of a weird first experience. I didn't look at any reviews whatsoever. It was just pretty close to the course, like I could walk. So that's what I booked. The bathroom is a bit of a mess. It's clean enough, but like the shower doesn't work. This lamp like beside my bed is super funny. Like if I sit down in the bed, it just starts like flickering. Like if I lie down, it'll just flicker. It does its thing. So it's a little bit strange, but it's kind of funny. It is what it is. Gonna make the most of it, and we're gonna go hit some bombs and have fun.
Jesus Christ, that's a big Coke Zero.
Yeah.
How the fuck did you get that?
It's not here.
How far away is that highway?
Oh boy.
I may have just hit a car.
Yes, sir. It's an athlete.
this range was actually equipped with Top Tracer, and if you guys know me with how much comparison and launch monitor data I like to do, I brought my flight scope. I really wanted to test out the difference between them, but as a lefty, it just continually would not pick up my shots on Top Tracer, so that was not an option.
There it is. Draw City right there. Breaking windows.
Okay, so the seeding round is where the top 6 guys each get one set of 6 balls, and our longest ball is going to determine our ranking 1 through 6 on who faces who in the elimination match. So the guy with the longest ball is going to face off against the guy with the shortest ball. So first elimination match here, I was up against Nathan, super nice guy, really analytical and knowledgeable about equipment and the golf swing. He was battling a little bit with some new equipment on the day, so his swing wasn't feeling perfect, which was too bad. I ended up taking this set with my first 3 balls. The semifinals are going to be me versus John. He is a very, very good ball striker. He flights the ball exactly how he wants, really, really consistent, and he does not often miss the grid. So definitely some steep competition in this one, and we are pretty similar ball speed guys.
That one was hit center up as I did. That one was 210. I don't know. Now that I've hit 210s, it might be.
339.
That's crazy that only goes 339.
This is where Top Tracer confuses me a little bit, because with my launch and spin characteristics, if I actually hit a 210 ball speed drive, that shot should realistically be going 380 to 390, not 340.
Super consistent. I did that. I don't think you
No. Moving on, it's myself. So we got the 2 finalists here for the California Amateur Championship. I'd like to thank you guys for coming out. You came from SoCal and you're from Canada.
Yeah, technically from Canada, but I've been hanging out in SoCal for a little bit. So, yeah.
Okay, you're in California.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you got these 2 ready to hit? You guys ready to hit it up?
Exactly.
Okay, let's go.
Wait.
Alright, so the final has come down to Christian and I. He's very, very fast, especially with how new he is to the sport, which is really impressive to see. Super interesting swing, amazing hand-eye coordination to be able to time up a swing like that.
Hit really well.
Oh!
Come on. That was dead center of the grid. Perfect strike.
So I had the first 3 shots of this set. Now this one got frustrating. Obviously I center punched one, hit it really, really well, and it didn't register on the Top Tracer. So got a redo, and of course the next shot also didn't register. And then it kept happening. When I hit a bad one, it happened again. So yeah, they had to do a full reset of the Top Tracer, and we had to get back into it. So once the Top Tracer was reset back and working, I got to restart my set of 3 balls. I didn't actually hit any good ones, really, but this just shocks me about Top Tracer because I toe jammed one, hit it. I didn't even look at the ball speed, sub 200 for sure, and it went 340. So that ball that I mishit really poorly ended up going further than a perfectly flighted 210 ball speed shot. How does that even work? Alright, so as you guys can see, Christian absolutely nuked his first ball. That one was hit really well. Top Tracer picked it up. That put him at a 349 yard number. Now you can see there's a guy kind of blocking the camera, so for my next 3 balls, I'm going to have to go to the vertical footage of the live stream from the NorCal Instagram account.
Oh, seriously? Are you playing Lily up or something? Oh my god.
That's gotta be 360. You're telling me it didn't pick that up? like it's like 214 ball speed, man. That's the fastest I've ever hit a golf ball. 100%. Oh, that's all right. I mean, it is what it is. I'll keep hitting, try and hit good shots regardless. So. It's tough. Let's go! Hit it again!
That's it, 212!
A left-handed only up player.
That's like right on the center of the line.
He's a left-handed only up player.
Oh, 348!
Are you a
Hey!
left-handed?
No, you have 349. 1 yard!
Honestly, this is so bad.
World Finals replay.
Go.
Yeah, who goes out and measures for 6 inches?
Your roller goes to 6 inches.
Oh, yeah.
Come on!
That's not there. That's not there. Oh, those were some of the best balls I've ever hit. That's tough. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, for coming out. Congrats, buddy. Yeah, great hitting. Yeah, that was phenomenal to watch. Oh, that's all good, man. That's what happened.
Maria. Amateur Championship, California. I got your belt. I've ordered it.
Well, that was a bit of a dagger, eh, boys? I don't know how this video is going to turn out because it was really difficult to film. Long story short, our division had to end up hitting on the range on the top tracer and trust that yardage, which was frustrating in its own right, but trying to set up the tripod in one bay at the range was kind of impossible. People kept blocking it. So I don't know how I'm going to clip together this footage. I don't even know if it's going to work out. So I could be filming this for no reason. But just to kind of recap the event, really, really tough ending for me. Everything started out good, kind of made my way through the tournament. I think for the 2 qualifying sets, I didn't even need all 6 balls. I think I did 3 balls and 3 balls and still would make it through. I can't quite remember. But nevertheless, made it to the final, and that's where it went downhill because I started out, I put up a 340-something number. Decent shot, nothing to write home about. Christian, great hitter, he came up and put up a 349 ball, which was a big ball for what numbers Top Tracer was showing. And I think Top Tracer was really high on their ball speeds because he put that up at like 217 or 216. And realistically, if you're a 216 ball speed player, there's no shot you should be hitting in an AM division. So in the final, he puts up that 349. I get my next 3 balls. My first one, not very good. And then my second one, I hit that golf ball. And I'm not much of an emotional player when it comes to the long drive sport. I don't think I've ever really yelled at a ball too much. I've said like, oh, go. But I hit this one and I screamed because it was the best golf ball I've ever hit in my life. Fastest ball speed by far. And I've been training in La Quinta, Indio area, so below sea level, like 80 feet below sea level. And Sacramento is about sea level or a little bit higher. So the balls should be flying a little bit further in Sac than La Quinta. And I've been able, where I'm at, to go to the double-sided range and see where all my balls have been landing and pin it back. So I know for the last month and a half, below sea level, I've been cruising about 360 yards. And then I hit this ball, and it was way faster than all of the balls I've been hitting in the last month. So I knew, in my head, I just won, right? So that's why I yelled. I was excited. I yell because to me it's like a 360 carry, 370, like that thing is moving. Felt like a 215 ball speed based on the numbers Top Tracer were showing earlier in that evening. And then I turn around and it didn't pick up. So that was a really defeating feeling, and that had happened a lot to me, and it didn't seem to happen to as many other guys. And I think it was because I'm lefty. I think the Top Tracers are mostly pointed at each bays for right-handed. I could be wrong. It just seemed like a reoccurring thing for me to be getting misreads. But that one was a dagger to have a misread on the best ball I've ever hit in my life. And then, so I get a re-hit, which, yeah, that's all well and good, but how often are you going to hit your best ball back-to-back? So then I go up and hit another one, and it was almost as good. Like, it was really close. It was not hit as well, but I still knew that ball was piped, and I think I had it. And then it came back at 348. So I came up 1 yard short of Christian's ball. So yeah, unfortunately ended up taking second place, which did suck because based on that first ball, I knew I had it. But Christian hit great golf balls too. I mean, he's going to be a really dangerous hitter if he's going to be keep competing in World Long Drive in 2024. So, I mean, nevertheless, still a fun tournament, good time to get out and hit. Obviously, ideally, it would have been good to have the same opportunity that the other divisions had to hit on the grid that they built specifically for this tournament and not just go to a driving range and hit on a simulator, because that's what I've been doing for a month, you know, free of charge, not flying and staying in a hotel and all that jazz. But I'm back at the Sweet Heat Simulator. I flew the next day from Sacramento to Vegas, back to Provo, now Spanish Fork here. So Dylan's about to show up. We're going to work on some speed stuff. Hopefully get a little faster, get a little better every day. Yeah, if you guys enjoy the content, like I said, drop a like, and we'll catch you in the next one.